they're going to come back to deliver the elect of Israel and destroy the rest of these people. They're going to help with the destruction of Babylon, man. All right? Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side shall be cut off as on that side, according to it. I will bring it forth, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, right? Which is talking about to the house of the Edomites, all right? Because there's a thief, man, all right? The so-called white man is the thief, man. He's known as the thief. He's known as the wicked, all right? And that's what he's doing on a grand scale, man, on the planet Earth, all right? We want to talk about the so-called black man's a thief, but you so-called white people been stealing lands, right? Stealing natural resources, man, all right? So this is exactly what's going on, man, all right? And that's why he said it shall enter into the house of the thief, man. Talking about the Edomites, man, the so-called white people. All right? We continue. It shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thine eyes and see what is this that goeth forth, man. All right. So the Most High is basically going to use those chariots to basically bring down this Babylonian system and the Edomites, man. All right. The Most High is going to use the chariots to bring down this Babylonian system and bring down the Edomites, man. All right. So the chariots are a big part of our salvation, man. All right. So this is why it was recorded in the scriptures about the chariots, right? The chariots is what a chariot is what led us out of Egypt, man. Led us through the wilderness, all right. Led us through the wilderness, I should say, all right. Because it said what? It was a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, man. All right. That's talking about a chariot, man. All right. Because those chariots can look like different things, man. All right. They can look like a cloud, right? They can actually look like fire, all right. They can change shapes, all right. And we know that this exists. We know that this is here, man. All right. We know that there's videos on it, man. We don't even have to say it exists. There's videos on it, man. Regular people walking down the street and looking up in the sky and seeing chariots, man. All right. This is not a fiction of your imagination, man. All right. But they can't explain what it is, man. All right. But the elites know what it is, man. The elites know that the chariots, the so-called UFOs, are the chariots of the Most High, the chariots of God, man. All right. And that's part of our salvation. Like it said, it's going to enter into the house of the thief, all right, which is talking about America, all right, and all the rest of the places where these Edomites dwell as well, okay. All right. Let me get Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, I believe. It goes into the chariots. Okay, so this is Ezekiel 1, verse I'll start at verse 1. Now it came to pass in the 13th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Chebar, that the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of the Most High. In the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity, the word of the Lord came expressly unto Ezekiel, the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Chebar. And the hand of the Lord was there upon him. And I looked and beheld a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire engulfed and enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the mist thereof, as the color of amber, out of the mist of the fire, man. All right, so this is talking about a chariot. He saw a chariot, right? So just like I said, when it was called a pillar of fire by night, when we were going through the wilderness, all right, the chariot can look like fire, man. All right, and that's what Ezekiel saw. Ezekiel saw basically a chariot that looked like fire, all right, because amber is the color of fire. Okay, it's like a yellowish, orangish color, all right. All right, in the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire, verse 5. Also of the mist also of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, and that's talking about the angels, man. All right, because the angels are within those chariots, man. All right, the angels are within those chariots. The so-called black people in those chariots, man, and those so-called UFOs, man. All right. And the angels are going to come, and they're going to actually be driving those chariots when Yahushua come back, and they're going to help with the destruction, man. All right. And that's why it says in Daniel that Michael, which stands for the children of thy people, is going to come back with Yahushua, man. All right. So yeah, man. So we know that this is a fact, man. We know this is a fact, man. That these chariots do exist, man. Okay. There's going to be a lot more sighting of chariots coming up, man. They're going to start seeing a lot more chariots in the sky, man. Right? There's going to be a lot more signs to prove to these people that this is a higher power doing this, man. All right? Because if you leave it up to the so-called white man, he'll tell you it's evolution or some stupid shit. All right? But it's going to be unquestionable that it's a higher power that's doing this, man. All right? It's going to be unquestionable, man. All right? When you see apparitions, man. All right? When you see some crazy earthquakes happening, man, that is unexplainable, man. All right. When you see those chariots, okay, that's when you're gonna know that it's a higher power doing this, man. All right. The Most High plagues this place with a plague of darkness, like he did in Egypt, man. Like, you guys are gonna know that that's a higher power who's doing that. Okay? There's gonna be all type of plagues. There's gonna be worse plagues than Egypt, man. So we know for a fact that the Most High is gonna basically show you that it's him that's doing it, man. Just like he did in Egypt, man. Because there was some crazy plagues in Egypt, man. Plagues of insects, frogs, things like that, man. All right? That's gonna happen again, man, in this kingdom, man. Those plagues are gonna come back in this kingdom, so you can know that's a higher power doing it, man. Right? So you can know that it's the Most High, man. All right? And people are not gonna be able to deny it in that time, man. Is there a God, man? That's not gonna be a question in that time, man. All right? It's gonna be evident, man. All right? Psalms 14. This is Psalms 14, verse 1. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good, man. All right? So that's what the fool said in his heart, man. There's no God, man. All right? But the Most High is going to make himself known, man. He's going to actually show you that it's him doing the things that are about to come, man. There's about to be some great plagues that are going to come upon this place, man. All right? Where you're not going to be able to deny the power of the Most High. All right? You're not going to be able to deny that it's a higher power doing this, man. All right? That's why he said the fool has sin in his heart, man. Because to really think that all these things that you see around you, man, all these life forms that you see around you was created by sheer chance, right? Or there was nobody, nothing of a higher intelligence that created it is a retarded theory, man. All right? That's the theory of the so-called white man, man. And it's retarded, man. It makes no sense. All right? It makes absolutely no sense. All right? You have the ecosystem, right? The way it moves. If you take something out of the ecosystem that's not supposed to be there in a certain place, it's gonna mess up the whole flow of the ecosystem, man. All right? They tried that with alligators. They tried that with wolves, right? And everything starts to die off, man. So that's a system that was created by a higher